Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Master Detective Archive's Rain Code. In the last episode, we gathered all possible evidence we could about everything to do with the rebellion's terror attacks on Kanai Ward, hoping that any information we can possibly find can hopefully lead us to any sort of conclusion that would make a little bit more sense when it comes to this very case, from Shashi's demise, seeming to be more likely caused by another member of the group, from Servan's obvious involvement in the overall plan, due to the explosives being literally made by him in the very first place, to the flooded streets of Marunimon district, being a prime target for someone with massive skills in swimming and diving overall. The prime culprits seem to be a open and shut case, but is that really the whole story? It seems obvious from previous knowledge we've learned, but the information seems off as well at the same time, since we really don't know what the true plans were of the seemingly rogue leaders of the AEO Rebellion group, and why any of them would side with the Mataratsu, tipping them off that we were the true culprit in this case, which makes no sense due to their complete hatred of them. Overall, the real truth is hidden under the flooding waters of the pure and utter distortion of this case. So yeah, definitely from what we've seen, it's definitely muddied for sure on certain bits. At the same time, well, it's also seemingly more of a case that can be more easily solved than the previous one in Chapter 2. But is that really the case is the real question. Because there's a lot of, and I mean a lot of moving parts. So it's impossible for just one person to be involved in this one, I think. Just because of the fact that there was pretty much little to no time for a lot of this stuff to happen. From the time it took for Marunimon to flood up, to just the fact that the timer on the little transceiver that we had was most of which the time that they had to do everything. But yeah, definitely full of mysteries. And also it looks like we found Fubuki. She did run off, but it looks like she ran through a trap.
Fubuki?
I thought you said you were a venturer. Looks like you definitely, well, you did run off, but you definitely set off something. Although it doesn't look like it's hurting you, to be fair.
Oh, Yuma, take a look at this. These cute creatures and I have become the best of friends.
Kinda surprised by that, because of every time we run into a mass of them, usually they attack us, to be fair. But kinda surprised by that one, honestly.
Those are cues! It's a materialized mystery. She's already buried beneath them!
Yeah, she definitely is. Although she is kind of a mystery herself, to be fair.
Oh, another round.
Oh, here we go. And, oh. Okay, well this usually happens, to be fair. So it looks like we are dealing with the actual, well, mystery phantoms first. For the actual, well, Mataratsu members first. We haven't had an Amaterasu member be a prime suspect yet, which I'm kind of surprised about. Just because I would think that sometimes I was honestly thinking that sometimes they could be involved. But the thing is we haven't had them be involved yet, which is kind of weird, even though they're an evil group and everything. They definitely try and stop us from solving a case, though, nonetheless. But yeah, definitely full of mysteries on this case to solve for sure. So I don't think it's going to be an easy one, even though I feel like it is easy based on the subjects. For the actual people that did it, I feel like are obvious. But the way they did it, I don't think is as obvious. Because there's a lot more to it for a lot of the things they did. But, well, I hope you're ready, Fubuki.
A phantom!
Yep, a phantom indeed. Dominic Fulltank and Guillaume Hall. Definitely a pretty scary bunch from what we've been able to get of interactions with them for sure.
Found you!
Yeah, you definitely did.
You're a terrorist, bomber, murderer, and...
And what else?
a maggot who doesn't deserve to live.
I could see you saying that, to be fair. But, definitely, not the case, though.
You murdered Shachi from the Resistance, didn't you? Killing your own people makes you dumber than Dominic.
You may think that, but it's actually completely impossible for us to have done it, so, we'll definitely be able to say no to that one. But, Dominic looks more like a clown now that I'm noticing it in the, Mystery Phantom version. Although the teddy bear thing I'm not as sure about, but it kind of reminds me of, good old Monokuma a little bit. But the nose on him makes me think of, like, a clown, kind of. Huh. So we got, evil Tinkerbell and, evil clown bear thing.
I didn't do it! When I got to the roof, Shachi was already dead!
Yep. And we have enough proof of that one because we have the camera. So we don't have to worry about that one.
I can't hear you. Sorry, I don't listen to criminals.
Well, I'm sorry about that, but, you guys are more criminals than we ever will be.
How horrifying. So these are the Labyrinth's monsters?
Yep. Nothing but monsters, indeed.
You summoned such dangerous creatures to block our path?
That is not Shinigami's fault.
Think what you want, but you can't move forward until you boom kill these things.
Which is true.
Let us do it, Yuma.
Okay, well, let's get on into it then.
Hey, Dominic, you're good at doing laundry, right?
I don't know about that one.
Grab a washboard and give their filthy hearts a good scrub.
How about no on that one? I don't want to be scrubbed by those big metal, death contraptions that are attached to his hands. But, okay, here we go. Surprised, he doesn't talk at all, to be fair. I don't know why he doesn't. I think he would still be able to talk. It would sound more like Bane, I would think, but... honestly, pretty surprised that he doesn't talk even in the Mystery Labyrinth. Because... in the real world, I can kind of understand maybe why he wouldn't be able to, but... in the Mystery Labyrinth, I thought it would kind of exaggerate that feature where he could make his own choices in his thoughts, and oh, we literally only have one thing, security footage. Okay, so good. Is exactly what I would have picked. Oh, well, that. Sometimes those come at you a lot faster than... oh. Swung a little early there, but it was the right one. But down goes the first,
No, I'm not the one who shot him! I was still on the stairs when the gunshot went off!
First mystery of our, labyrinth here. Although it was a pretty easy one to solve because that was something we checked in on twice during the investigation before it even happened. And then the second time was when we were up there. It was an obvious one we had to do. So, honestly, definitely, yeah, we have enough proof that we were definitely not the person to do it, thankfully.
The security footage proves it!
Yep, definitely does. Although that doesn't disprove the terror part that she was saying about us. It just proves that we didn't kill Shachi, which is good, but still, we need to get the other part off of us. But at least we got something on them. Are they? Yep, they are retreating. Okay, off they go then.
Monsters retreated.
It definitely did, but I don't know if that's going to be the final time we see them. Because Martina only showed up once during the last chapter. So, I don't know if we'll see them again or not. It didn't look like they fully retreated. That's why I was confused about Martina. Because the thing is we never fully retreated Martina. Usually, like with Seth Burrows or Swank, they actually retreat on their own completely, and we never see them again for obvious reasons. Because they have literally nothing else they could disprove, but literally Martina literally disappeared after the witch trial part, which was at the very beginning. So, I'm definitely unsure on how these work sometimes.
Yuma, you defeated those monsters! good. I respect you as a fellow adventurer.
Thanks, Fubuki. Although you ran straight into traps, so I'm not really sure if I can call you an adventurer.
As a sign of my respect, may I call you the Warrior of Light?
At this point, I think we're more of a Warrior of Darkness, just because of the fact that a lot of our good deeds have to go through dark measures.
Warrior of Light? Sure, whatever you say. Let's keep going.
Probably best to just let her think whatever she wants, honestly, Yuma. Good call, bud. But yeah, definitely... The thing with this case, I feel like there is definitely something up that doesn't add up as much. Because I can't really...
By the way, Yuma, why were they accusing you of being the culprit?
Pinpoint someone.
Fubuki, you don't remember the case.
Yeah,
There
she
was a
definitely
murder,
couldn't
and
either.
I'm a suspect.
There's no way the Warrior of Light can be a murderer.
I was seen under incriminating circumstances.
Which is true.
Not only was I a suspected terrorist, but I was also spotted next to a corpse on the roof of a building.
Unfortunately.
Was there no one else on the roof?
No one.
No, not at
There
all.
was nowhere to hide up there, and no other exits.
Well, that does sound awfully suspicious, Yuma. Things would go much easier if you'd just confess.
We didn't do anything, though.
I didn't do it!
Oh, it's flooded in here. I didn't even realize it. Huh.
Whoa, what's happening?
Well, this does add up to the case in the real world, that's for sure. But yeah, this isn't looking good, that's for sure.
I understand now. This place is going to sink very soon.
And that would definitely make things very, very hard for us to solve for sure.
I know that!
Because I'm not sure if Yuma can swim, I'm gonna be honest. Because when we got blown out of the submarine, we ended up almost drowning, pretty much.
I can float, so it's not a problem for me. But you two better figure something out quick.
And that is definitely a thing that we definitely need to figure out.
I know that too! We just need to solve the mystery, right?
Maybe. I'm not really sure there, Yuma. We've never dealt with anything like this before.
Come on, Master, concentrate!
Oh, this is a concentrate? Okay. Let's see. So it's kind of like the minecarts. If Fubuki's spinning. What murder weapon was used in this case? Shashi's gun, I would think. Yeah, they wouldn't make sense for it to be any others.
That was quite the surprise.
It definitely was. I wasn't expecting the water to fill up this area, like, at all, I'm gonna be honest. Usually these places are pretty safe. Usually it's, the floor starts trying to fall in on you. This is the first that we've ever seen, like, moving water at all. But it makes sense for the case at hand, to be fair, since moving water seems to be a big theme with, the things involved with this case. And everything flowing the way that it did, for sure. But yeah, Shashi's gun is 100% the answer there, because of the, it was literally smoking when we saw it, when we found him, like, literally, in the 10 seconds that he died, the gun was used. And then the bullet was missing from it as well. The only thing is the answer behind the gun is definitely a thing that needs to be questioned. Oh, ladder. That's nice.
Let's go up there.
Not sure how you're gonna get your foot up there, but you guys better have some good strength to pull yourselves up from rushing water like that.
Huh? You mean jump on it?
I would think so. Somewhat. Although I'm not sure how you're gonna jump that far, but you can try it.
It's alright, this should be fine.
Are we Shinigami? Looks like we're gonna try it. Okay, works for us.
Come on, Fubuki!
Yeah, if Yuma can make it, I think you can make it, Fubuki.
What's wrong? You need to jump over here!
Yeah, you definitely should.
I am not very good at physical activity.
But you're an adventurer, though. You keep saying that over and over during every instance we've ever talked to you about anything, but if you say so. Kinda need that if you want to be an adventurer, though. You gotta climb up rocks and do things like Indiana Jones would do.
I cannot do it. I lack the confidence.
Really? Oh yeah, she can't use her ability to turn back time. Huh.
Fubuki, you're an adventurer, aren't you? You should be able to jump this.
She really should.
Very well.
Oh, okay, at least we got her to change her mind on that.
I shall reach out as far as possible. Please catch me if I fail to make it.
We'll definitely try. Oh, is it a quick time event? Or... well, down she goes, I guess. I don't see a quick time event, though. So, we didn't have to worry about that one.
Close.
It's too early to relax. Come on, keep going.
Well, to be fair, Fubuki is trying to run around in her boots that she's wearing.
Something is off.
Yeah, this place is definitely a nightmare in a lot of ways. But yeah, she was trying to run with heels on the back of her boots. That's not the easiest thing to jump in, I would think. But she didn't get very far, to be fair, at all either. She literally pretty much just tripped off that rock, and that was pretty much it. But yeah, we're definitely climbing to a different type of mystery, though.
I attempted to rewind time, but was unable to.
Yep, no chance of you doing that here, I'm gonna be honest, Fubuki.
About that, you can't use your abilities while inside the mystery labyrinth.
Well, she did run off before she can learn that, to be fair.
Huh? Is this the work of the god of darkness? Her frightening power has sealed away my forte?
One, no, that's the mystery labyrinth. Two, poor Shinigami is on our side, even though she would normally, I would think, not be, just due to her personality. But, she's actually helping us here, Fubuki.
So you finally noticed.
And she's just playing around with Fubuki at this point.
I wish you'd quit trying to make things worse.
Yeah, it'd probably be better if you just leave her alone at this point, Shinigami.
With your precious powers gone, you're nothing but a hindrance in this labyrinth.
Honestly, I'm not really sure about that, to be fair. I think she could still help.
Now stay put and keep out of trouble.
Shinigami. I don't know why she insists on just toying with Fubuki here at this point, but honestly, it's kind of funny.
Hindrance?
Although she is rude sometimes, to be fair, with Fubuki. But I don't see Fubuki as a hindrance. Or at least yet. But I don't feel like she is.
About the murder weapon. The victim was killed by his own gun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the muzzle of the gun at the crime scene was still hot. And I could smell gunpowder.
Definitely is strange.
Out of the 6 bullets loaded in it, only one of them had an empty shell.
Which is true.
Which means the bullet that killed Shachi absolutely came from the gun he was holding.
So, if it was used with his own gun, it was either 1, him, or 2, they would have to have pinpoint accuracy to take out Shashi with just 1 bullet, and then have enough time to, I guess, find a way off the building. And the only thing I could think of with that would be that explosive that happened on the side of it. That's literally the only thing I could think of. Because all I can think of is you jump off the building at the time the explosion and land on some of the rubble that's starting to fall to half the blow of hitting the ground. So it wouldn't be as bad of a fall. But the thing is I'm not really sure if that's what could have possibly happened there. There's definitely a lot of questions. but it seems likely that there was someone else up there, just due to the fact that we do know.
Fubuki?
You okay, Fubuki?
I am a hindrance.
You're not a hindrance.
What, still thinking about that? You should have known that already.
Well, Desuhiko and Halara were still able to help us, even though they really couldn't do much during the Mystery Labyrinth. But Fubuki's gonna forget all this when she gets out of here, honestly. So, although it is sad to see her like this, to be fair, but she will forget it, and like it never even happened, from what we know.
You can't solve mysteries, you can't use your abilities, you can barely move, you've got no courage, no resolve.
She definitely could solve mysteries on her own, but not in the Mystery Labyrinth.
So yeah, you're basically a hindrance, an obstacle. Now beat it before you drag Master down with you.
That's not gonna happen there, Shinigami. You could try that, but she's definitely not being dragged around here, I'm gonna be fair. Because, honestly, she's a friend of Yuma. There's no point in saying that she's dragging us down or not. It doesn't matter. Come on, Yuma.
Are you okay?
Okay, well, at least he's trying to help out here. But, you probably should stay a little bit more than that, Yuma.
I am fine. I can stand on my own. Yuma, I am terribly sorry. From here on, I shall make an effort to not cause you any trouble.
You really haven't caused us much. You ran off, that was pretty much it, but Desuhiko did worse, to be fair.
You don't have to worry about it. If anything stands in our way, we'll work together to overcome it.
Which is true.
No, this is something I must do on my own.
That's not something you need to do on your own. It's a co-op effort. Please don't just do stuff on your own. Not in here, you literally can't. That's how the Mystery Labyrinth works. It's better to just support and go from there.
I must become strong enough to take on the world before I can return to the Clockford family.
You're not going to remember any of it, but okay, good for you, I guess.
Hey, looks like she's getting motivated. Sometimes playing the bad guy gets results.
But you already know what's going to happen to her, so why are you saying that, Shinigami?
Playing? But you're always like this.
True.
I am curious. Are you really a detective in training, Yuma?
Honestly, at this point, I feel like we're far surpassed a training detective.
You seem far more experienced with adventuring than I am. You even have the title of Warrior of Light.
You were the one that gave us that.
You gave me that title, Fubuki.
Yeah, you definitely did.
Master's an expert at getting dragged into other people's business. He's been forced around the block a few times.
True there.
He's got a great mentor, too.
Kind of. You're not really a good mentor. You're kind of mean sometimes, and sometimes you drag us back, Shinigami. But, you do help, though. I can't deny that.
In contrast, I have nothing besides the ability to wind back time.
That's a pretty cool ability, I'm gonna be honest.
And my only merit is useless here.
Well, nobody could use their ability here. But, except for us, since we have a pact. But honestly, why are we underground this time round? This is a first. Huh. But it is changing around us, though. It's still rocky, though. But usually, the Mystery Labyrinth evolves and...
You're not gonna make it through here.
Well, honestly, we definitely are going to make it through here, but, yeah, usually the Mystery Labyrinth kind of changes to, theme the cases from what we've seen previously. But, not sure about the rocky exterior of this area. It looks like we're in a cave, almost. Or a cove or something. Which I guess could theme to water at that point, but at the same time, I'm a little concerned about that. But, you can definitely try, Guillaume. Although I think you're gonna fail dramatically.
You're getting real annoying. It's starting to stress me out.
I'm surprised you're getting stressed out.
Faster! Help me unwind by turning them into mincemeat.
That would definitely help us, for sure. Getting these guys out of the way would definitely break the hindrances for us solving this case, for sure. But in we go, though. Only thing is wonder what they're gonna have a dispute this time, to be fair. For what I can possibly think of, it depends on what we're given at the beginning of this one. Parallel, okay, it's about Shashi, okay, good. So let's see what we do have. Shashi's gun was specifically assembled by Aruka. I don't know how that could add up to this part, because it doesn't say how the gun is specifically designed in that one. It just says that it's designed by Aruka. And then also the gunshot wound on Shashi's body. I think that would be the only one to go with. Ow. That could have actually been where I should have swung at, actually. Sometimes I'm not ow. That looked like it was going somewhere else. But sometimes these actually hit you a lot faster than they should. Don't think so. Actually, wait, there is more to... Okay, no, it just looks like it is. But, just not sure where to swing it at other than the first one, maybe.
You planted it in Shachi's hand.
No, I don't think that would be the swing either.
That was your maggot master plan.
Sorry there, but nope.
Huh? Where was the shot taken?
Okay, here we go. There is more to it.
There's one spot where the shot could have been made.
I'm sure about that.
You shot from the roof of the building next door.
Oh, definitely not. Swing on that. That's 100% the answer there. The parallel wound is more than enough proof on that one. Nice try, though.
The neighboring building didn't have any windows, so the only way to shoot the victim was from the rooftop.
Plus, how would we get off of that building if we were up there? Because why would we go towards the emergency exit when we could just hide on the neighboring building? Because nobody would have made it up there. And then nobody would have saw us at all. So, yeah, definitely not there. Nice try, though, but that has a lot of plot holes in there that you wouldn't even be able to even figure out why we would have went back down. Because there would be no reason to.
But that building was taller than the hideout.
Which is true.
If the victim was sniped from that height, the gunshot wound would have been at an angle.
Yeah, and to the point where it was basically going up from the top of his head, more than likely.
But the gunshot wound through his head was horizontal.
Which means that they were on even leveling-ish, kind of.
Based on the gunshot wound, it's impossible for the bullet to have traveled from the roof of the neighboring building.
Which is true. Although that's kind of like an interesting way to think of that case with the fact of how the wound was in the first place. But we did get that information, so makes sense that they questioned it. Looks like they're retreating, yep. Also, notice that Dominic's wearing a spiked dog collar. Which is something that, farming dogs / hunting dogs would wear. In order to keep wild animals from biting them on the neck and stuff. Which is interesting. This area looks like it's gonna fall beneath us.
I get it. Since the wound ran parallel to the roof, the shooter must have been at the same height.
Seemingly.
Well, it could be that the victim's head was at an angle at the time of impact.
Maybe.
But in that case, we would have found the bullet lodged in the roof.
I would think so.
The monster conjures falsehoods to impede our progress.
I'm kind of curious on where the bullet went. Because we never found the bullet. So, we don't know where that went at all. Which is unfortunate. Because I think that would have helped with angling and stuff like that. Or if he was actually standing where he was before he died and stuff like that. It definitely kind of hinders our progress.
But it's strange that they insist it was a homicide.
Honestly, at this point, it more than likely is.
If I'm not the culprit, it'd make more sense to rule it as a suicide.
You would think that.
That's because it is one. They're insisting it's a homicide to cover it up.
Really? But the explosion makes no sense.
So you finally revealed your true nature, God of Darkness.
True nature?
Huh?
What are you talking about, Fubuki?
Yuma, do not be swayed by this deceiver. This case is most assuredly a homicide.
I don't think she's trying to hinder us here. She's trying to help us. But, honestly, I think Fubuki's more right here.
Assuredly. And what are you basing that on?
Well, she can still go off of what she knows from what we've said, to be fair.
The victim carried a gun, did he not?
He did.
If so, he could have used it to combat the peacekeepers pursuing him.
Which he could have.
And yet, he hastily turned the gun on himself.
Which is true.
I do not believe the victim was so cornered that he would commit suicide.
Plus, the only reason why I thought that it could have been the case is because he could have heard the footsteps of us running up the stairs. But the thing is, well, something we had said to Kurumi said that he more than likely couldn't have heard our footsteps due to how low down on the stairs we were. And he would have had enough time to at least check if somebody was going up the stairs. If that was the case. So, yeah, I guess that would be true.
That actually makes sense.
That's a good point. Even if he wanted to avoid using his gun, he could have at least used it to threaten them.
Which is very much true.
So it must be a homicide.
And honestly, those peacekeepers are kind of wimpy at times, so I think they would have put their hands up. I'm gonna be fair.
No, suicide.
Homicide.
I really do think it's Fubuki's answer, though. Just because of a lot of other stuff we've learned. It just makes sense for it to... Oh, hey, it's one of these rooms.
There are 2 doors?
Yep, one's gonna be one of your solutions, the other's gonna be the other. Time for a little bit of slashy. Been a little bit since we've had that, though. Okay, was it done by him, or did somebody else do it?
Written in blood.
Yep. But, I'm gonna say the lip doors / the one that somebody else had did it. It just adds up in this case.
Does Yuma's blood contain holy powers? And it illuminates this cursed labyrinth?
Kind of?
Yuma, you are more than the warrior of light. You are the holy warrior of light.
I'll take it, but Yuma doesn't see himself more than much, I'm gonna be fair. He's kind of, like, bad at complimenting himself. He's really doesn't feel like he's a detective. But, we'll take a compliment here.
Sure, that's fine. Let's focus on this problem.
But yeah, I think definitely right here.
Is this a suicide or a homicide? We need to narrow it down, now.
Really do, for sure.
It is clearly a homicide.
Nuh-uh! It's totally a suicide!
Well, first, I definitely know we're going to be able to talk to these two.
It is clearly a homicide.
Okay. And it looks like you're just going to say the same thing, but might make sure.
It's totally a suicide!
Okay. I'm going to go with Fubuki or Shinigami. I'm sorry. I feel like it's more than likely one at this point. With how much Yuma was questioning that fact through the entirety of this case, I'm going to say it's more likely to be somebody else that did it. It just makes more sense to me at this point. And people taking themselves out usually don't happen in these types of games
This case had to be a homicide.
from this developer.
If it was a homicide, someone else had to have been on the roof, right? But Master, you were on the emergency stairwell, and the peacekeepers were behind the door. Which means no one could have gotten off that roof. How did the culprit shoot the victim and get away?
That's the biggest mystery here.
If it wasn't a suicide, then what happened? You'd better explain yourself.
Honestly, yeah.
I shall. I completely agree with what Yuma said.
Well, obviously.
I didn't say anything.
So what do you think, Master?
Yeah, what do you think, Yuma?
It's a homicide? I don't really have a solid reason why yet.
No, I got something. But, it looks like Yuma doesn't know why. Oh, this looks like something bad.
We're trapped!
Is this like an arrow room or something? Because that looks like it shoots things. This is new. Oh no, it's a crushy room.
No, the walls.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. This is a first. But, what is the reasoning behind it? Ooh. Okay.
Come on, spit it out. The mystery labyrinth won't wait forever, you know.
If you say so.
I know,
But the thing is, how do we select our answer here?
Yuma.
if it was in fact a homicide, there would be some clue left behind at the crime scene.
I guess, yeah, true. The umbrella? Although I don't really see how that would be part of it.
If I can just remember something.
Oh, like this?
Oh, we're going back in time. I guess it's time to get some more information, I guess. It's been a while since we did that, though. But, oh, no, this is different. What the heck?
Here, this is everything left at the scene.
Huh. Okay.
This should be easy mode. I made sure to pull everything straight out of your memory, Master.
I still think the although the umbrella does seem like something that was there, I think that's still a red herring. I said that before. I'm gonna say it's the gun here if it's gonna be a choice like this. Just because the fact that the gun swings a certain way when you want to reload it, which would make sense to me. Because of the fact that when you want to reload a revolver, you want to be able to see the bullets. And with the fact that it swings to the right and it's in his right hand, it would be swinging in the way that he wouldn't be able to reload the bullets in a normal way because he'd be doing it like this. So normally I would think that it would be in his left hand and he'd swing it and then it would be in your face so you could see how to reload it. That's the only thing I could think of in that point. Because that's the only reason why I would think that barrel would be any difference. Huh. But am I right? Who knows? I feel like that's right though. But if it's going to be a choice like this, I don't think it's going to be the door and I don't think it's going to be the camera. Both of those don't seem like it would be the case just because the locked door could be something that Shashi would do himself if he wanted to. The camera really doesn't help him. Umbrella, I don't know how you could use that in this case. And the gun is literally the only answer.
I'm sure there's a clue pointing to a homicide hidden here.
Huh?
We do not have much time. Please hurry, Yuma.
We really do need to hurry though.
There must be something suspicious, something that stands out.
What do you think, Yuma?
There has to be a clue. I have to find it.
Honestly, running out of time, bud. Okay. What is the reasoning behind it? I think it's the gun.
I know, it's this. This has to be related to the murder.
It really has to. It's the biggest mystery behind this case. Since...
Oh, the wall stopped. Looks like it's the right one.
Okay, good. Since it's the only thing during that case I couldn't really figure out was Shashi. Everything else seems kind of pinpointed, where it's kind of obvious who was attached to it. Because Servan made the cameras, so he made everything. So the explosives are definitely him, unless the group made him make the explosions. but I doubt that he would not be involved in that case, to be fair. Akari, swimming, water is a big theme in this case. Unless that's a red herring, but I highly doubt it, since water seems to be like the biggest part of this. And then Aruka made the gun, but if I'm right on the pinpoint accuracy part that I said earlier, that would be the only way to pinpoint Aruka there. But Margalaw, I have literally nothing for him. But he could still be involved, though. So, honestly, Margalaw is also a big question mark, to be fair. Just because of the fact that he has that alibi. But the thing is that alibi doesn't really help him either, to be fair, because he doesn't need to be here in order to be involved. So it's kind of iffy.
That is the gun that fired the fatal shot, right? But how can you determine it was a homicide?
Well, the way it swings, hopefully, is what is the case.
There's something unique about this gun.
Well, it is specially made.
A revolver cylinder normally swings out to the left.
Which would make sense. And with the fact that it was in his right hand, that would be the perfect way for it to swing if it was that way.
But the gun found at the scene swings out to the right.
Yeah, as you can see, it goes in a weird way since it's in Yuma's right hand. It just wouldn't make sense because, how would it, reload as easy? Because, well, one, he's got to stick his other hand to the other side just to put the bullets in. Usually you want to do it with the hand that's open in the middle, so you'd easily put them in, and that kind of stuff.
That is unusual. It is incredible how you even noticed it.
Well, we already had the solution key for it.
You really are the holy great detective warrior of light, Yuma.
Thanks, Fubuki, although that title is pretty long.
It got even longer. Oh well, anyway.
Yeah, anyways then.
This gun was apparently custom made for Shachi.
Although for what reason, though?
The junk shop geezer said that too. How does that prove this was a homicide?
It's just weird to reload the thing.
I don't know anything else about it. I just figured this was kinda out of place.
It really is, honestly. Oh.
It's happening again?
Okay, I was not ready for that. But yep, it's definitely coming back at us.
Of course, you haven't solved the mystery itself.
Fair enough.
Yuma, over there!
Oh. It's a Q run on a hamster wheel. Or a gear, but it reminds me of a hamster running on a wheel.
Could you try shooting it with the gun?
I could try, although I don't think that's connected here.
I'm no marksman.
We don't know that, Yuma.
Oh, but it could work inside the mystery labyrinth. If this gun is the answer...
You might need to shoot it just to be able to solve the mystery here.
Huh? It's not loaded?
Huh?
If you can't shoot it, then you're still missing something.
Oh, so we really are missing the bullets.
Something? Do you mean like why I think this gun is out of place?
Maybe.
I can't shoot the gun until I figure that out?
Well, that's definitely not good.
Well, Yuma, did you solve it?
Well, Yuma definitely hasn't, but I feel like I might be right here then.
Why was Shachi's gun built like this in the first place?
Could also be him being left-handed, to be fair. Because left-handed would make a lot of sense in this case, too.
The reason why must be relevant.
Although it's a very small detail, though.
Are you saying you need my help to solve this?
It seems like he does.
Oh, fine. Since you're so good at begging, I don't mind helping you out one bit.
Okay, Shinigami, what do you think?
Here we go! Lay it all out!
Oh, barrel time. Oh, here we go. Although I don't think we have enough time for barrel time, but if you say so. But in we go, though. But, I'm gonna say left-handed, I think, would be our answer at this point. It just makes the most sense here. I could be wrong, but I feel like I'm right. Just because of the fact that that's the only way that adds up. The Shinigami puzzle, here we go. I'm gonna go for early letters, though, before I do throw any of those keys in.
Are you ready to play the Shinigami?
Just to make sure. But, okay, it is. Okay, it's definitely left then. But, we'll throw these in, though. But if I see E, I'll definitely go swinging for that. But it's designed by Aruka. And then Shashi's gun. And then we'll start swinging for other things. Okay, if you're not going to grab that, I'm just going to grab that before that messes up. And we don't see it for a while. But there we go. If Shashi's gun was made for Shashi, it'd be for his dominant hand, right? Its design is opposite of the normal, so maybe it's held in the opposite hand too. So looking at his gun, you could tell Shashi's dominant hand is obviously his left hand. Although, yes, that answers the fact that, well, the gun's in the wrong hand, but also the fact that, well, the barrel's facing the wrong direction too. With the fact that it is in his right hand when we find him. Not too bad. Still a weird puzzle when it comes to the Shinigami puzzles, but it does answer that question though, for sure, for us at least. But it makes sense that Shashi's gun is the smoking gun, literally in this case, when it comes to Shashi's part. Not too bad. It looks like we can use it now, maybe.
That's it! It's because he was left-handed!
Which makes it really questionable why it was in his right hand when we found him.
The reason the cylinder swings out to the right is to let him reload while still holding the gun in his left hand.
Which is true.
If he was right-handed, it would be very difficult to reload if the cylinder swings out to the right.
Which is something I actually said, so it looks like Yuma did figure that out, which is good.
If Shachi was right-handed, he wouldn't have commissioned his gun to be designed this way.
Which is true.
Which means Shachi is left-handed.
So, why would they put it in the wrong hand, though? If they know he's left-handed? Huh. Well, I guess the Peacekeepers wouldn't know, to be fair. But good. Oh, and we also got another solution key. Shachi is left-handed. Oh, yeah, he did wave to us. I just thought of that. We didn't think about that. Well, that works. Shachi had a specially designed gun because he was left-handed. Okay, well, that's good. We got out of that mystery.
Look, the exit! You did it, Yuma!
Although there's still more to this case, though, nonetheless.
Oh, it worked.
It did, but you got really close to being skewered by those spikes there. You should probably get out of that room. I'm gonna be fair.
All thanks to yours truly.
Yeah, which is true. Because we wouldn't have gotten out there without the barrel, I think.
No, it is thanks to Yuma's deduction.
No, it was definitely Shinigami, because Yuma couldn't have gotten it without that question.
What? But we'd all be flattened by now if it wasn't for my assist.
Which is true.
I will never believe the God of Darkness could willingly lend a helping hand.
She's been helping us since the beginning, Fubuki.
Sure, say what you want.
Yeah, say what you want, Fubuki. She's been around way before you have in this mystery labyrinth thing. This isn't her first rodeo here. Although, she wasn't listening to us when we've tried to talk to her twice now, so we wouldn't be able to explain it, I think.
Anyway, let's hurry. Countdown is still going.
But thankfully that timer actually doesn't hurt us. I wonder if you stay on one dialogue enough, if the timer would still, well, it disappeared, but I wonder if you could force the timer to go down to 0 if you stay in dialogue option long enough.
Right. It looks like the number's gone down by a lot.
40 minutes is not that bad. 45, that's pretty much, it's not that far from actually where we are in the video, which is actually pretty interesting.
We were so close to figuring out this mystery. Let's hurry it up, Master.
Yeah, let's definitely hurry it up.
Yeah, got it.
Although, we still need to figure out this case on the rooftop, though. But I think that is still the biggest question. But Fubuki and Shinigami.
The God of Darkness helped us. This must be some sort of trap.
What about you, Shinigami?
Just leave it to yours truly. Unlike that sheltered you-know-what, I came through with the sweet assist.
Which is true, you did come in with a sweet assist, but still rude though. Oh, Q's again. And it's Dominic and him again. But, yep, here we go again. We gotta refute something that they got for us. Although exactly what? I'm kinda concerned.
Alrighty, we're here as your official roadblock. Huh? You wanna know why?
Well, obviously we know why. You just don't like us.
Because the homicide route ends here. That Shachi terrorist committed suicide. After all.
Huh. Well, you don't have any proof for that either, to be fair.
Right, Dominic?
Well, Dominic can't talk. But, he still agrees with you.
You kept insisting it was a homicide earlier, but now you're going with the suicide theory?
Apparently so.
These monsters are cheaters!
They really are, honestly.
Maybe they're cheaters because they're monsters.
True.
Are you defending the monsters? Curse you, god of darkness! Queen of monsters!
She got a longer title, too.
I'm not defending them. I can't even follow this whole monsters and god of darkness story you have going.
Fair enough.
Now's not the time to be fighting!
Yeah, it really isn't. Well, technically it is, but, not between themselves, to be fair. But, okay, well, they still think he did it himself now. Well, they didn't think that before, they thought we did it. But, for them to think it's just one person to do it now for himself, after the fact that we know for sure that somebody else did it. Okay. What proof do we have? Depends on what keys. Oh, it looks like we don't have any here. Okay. We just gotta repel something. No, that's not a swing. You think that, but it's definitely not the case.
Shachi definitely committed suicide!
No, that's 100% against. There's no way. Not with the fact that we have enough proof that it isn't. Nice try, though.
No! Shachi didn't commit suicide! All the evidence points to the contrary!
Which is pretty much true. Honestly. Which, changes my outlook on Shachi, honestly. A little bit. Because the only thing is we don't know if he brought that gun up to the roof when he came to see us. But Margaloth said he did. So, But, honestly, he didn't need that gun for us. Because, although we didn't know he had it, to be fair. But the thing is he really shouldn't have brought that thing up there. Because that really hurt our, trust of him. Because Shachi seemed like the only person in that group that was trustworthy. From the get-go. And then changed it around with our final interaction with him. Because of the fact that we knew that he more than likely had it on him when he came to see us.
You know you're super annoying, right? Fine. I'll crush you like a bug.
I'd like to see you try. Although Dominic could easily do that. Shachi's left-handed, exterior lock. I don't think that would have anything to do here. I'm gonna go with the left hand for now. Okay. True. It's not refuted or disputed with his dominant hand. Possible. But I'm not gonna swing on that. Need to get more of these dodges at the right time. It's double up on that one. There's no proof that the culprit fired the gun. Huh? I guess so, but
No contradiction. It's a suicide.
You say that, but I feel like we just don't see the answer yet from you. Ow. Tried to dodge that. Oh, that was it?
It does seem like Shachi used his right hand to shoot himself in the head. But doesn't that something seem off about that master? Did Do you have any idea?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a clue in the solution keys.
So what
But we didn't swing. Okay.
You can still shoot yourself.
If you say so.
Shachi shot himself with a gun in his dominant hand.
In his dominant hand. No, that's the part we swing on.
This is the truth.
I thought that was already disputed earlier. I guess that's why I didn't think about that one, to be fair. Because we already proved that it wasn't his left hand.
But he was found dead with the gun in his right hand.
Yeah, that would be weird. You can't just toss your gun to the other side. So, it wouldn't make any sense.
There's no reason he'd use his non-dominant hand to commit suicide. It's an obvious contradiction.
So yeah, he was 100% dead, so he wouldn't just be able to toss it over to the other hand while being dead. That doesn't happen. Maybe he could have done it with his right hand, but the thing is he wouldn't toss it from his left hand to his right hand while being dead. It don't add up at all.
When the culprit tried to make it appear like a suicide, they put the gun in the wrong hand.
Although, why would they do that still, is my real question. Is it because they thought the peacekeepers wouldn't realize it? Is it because of, they just forgot? Honestly, I'm kind of curious.
Which means someone else was involved in Shachi's death. His death was a setup. It's a homicide.
It definitely is, for sure. Not too bad. Looks like we might have repelled him again. For now. Yep, they're definitely heading out. Okay. So far so good. No other mystery phantoms though yet. Which is weird. Because in the last case, the mystery phantoms appeared almost immediately. For the other people involved. Because, well, Runa, Yoshiko, and Karune all showed up as mystery phantoms almost like immediately after the very first mystery phantom fight. But,
That confirms it. The homicide route was the correct one.
Seemingly.
Seems like it. I guess I can admit defeat here.
But it's good that we got that information, though.
Huh? The God of Darkness admitting defeat? Perhaps she has an honest side.
Because she's not actually a bad guy here. Although, her methods at the end of the Mystery Labyrinth would definitely make you think that, though, for sure. But, that was only for the second case. This case and first case in the, Chapter 0 case will definitely end with someone actually bad getting taken down, for sure. Because the second case was a morally gray solution, and for sure, than it being an actual real culprit.
No, it cannot be. Could this be an illusion she conjured forth?
Nope.
You know, I don't really care, so long as we keep solving mysteries.
Yeah, at this point, Shinigami's just given up on playing with Fubuki at this point.
Just keep
I don't blame her.
out for a bit longer.
But, yeah, just keep helping us out, Fubuki. That's all we need.
Let's carry on for now.
Yeah, further into the Mystery Labyrinth. I do hope Fubuki finally figures out Shinigami's helping us, because, honestly, there's no doubt that she was. Oh, is this other... Hey, we're back to the flooded area again. Okay. Oh, we actually... Wait, we can use the boat here? Okay, that's kind of interesting. Huh. Okay, well, jump into the boat, I guess. Good thing they gave us instructions on how to use this thing back in the outside world.
The culprit made a pretty cliche mistake getting the victim's dominant hand wrong.
Yeah, that is pretty weird.
Perhaps the culprit doesn't know that Shachi's custom gun was designed for someone left-handed.
Maybe. So that would disprove Aruka, maybe, then. Because that's the only way I could pinpoint Aruka to this case. So where is she, then?
Shachi rarely carried his gun, so they probably never saw him hold it.
True.
Huh. Why would he go through the trouble of getting a custom gun that he never intended to use?
Apparently he was pretty peaceful and they just made him get one. Just in case.
Deep down, do you think he was just like any other violent terrorist?
No, Yuma's said the entire time that he trusted Shachi. And then when he thought that it was done by himself, he gave up on it. But,
Maybe the gun was a gift.
We know that it was, from Aruka.
A gift? From whom?
Because Aruka loves those things, she's a gun nut, and we know that. So, that would be, I guess, the best gift from a gun nut, I guess you could say, because she thinks they're like the world to her. Although she's a scary psycho, in my opinion. But, that's the only thing I can really think of there at that point.
A woman named Aruka manages the Resistance's weapons. She was the one who designed it.
Well, yep.
Gifting a gun is so romantic. It delights my adventurer's heart.
You think that's romantic?
It does?
I'm surprised about that one, because you're, kind of a peaceful person. So I'm surprised that you would think that.
Well, thanks to the culprit's mistake, we now know this was a homicide.
Which is good to know.
We still have a lot of unanswered questions.
Yeah, quite a lot of them. To definitely undrown from the water, because they're drowned in the water when it comes to the questions involved, just because the water is completely snuffing out the truth about this case for sure. Oh, well, Whirlpool, that's not good, but it's probably going to take us to where we need to go next, though, to be fair. But down the drain we go, hopefully to find some more mysteries involved with this case. Although, exactly what's a good question. Ooh. Cool little room. Looks like the whodunit area in the second chapter. Where the culprit shoot the victim from.
The location where the culprit shot Shachi.
Definitely the roof of the hideout. I don't think it's possible from inside. They had to be on even footing as Shachi. So does that mean that either he was bending down at the points for them to be able to do it, they were able to raise their hand high enough to reach his head, or they were just as tall as him? But we never saw most of them stand next to him, and he's a pretty tall dude. So, but it's definitely the roof of the hideout here.
Yep, even if this case is a homicide, that's still a mystery.
Honestly, I think this one's like no doubt. It's the hideout's roof.
But if you know it was in fact a homicide, then the answer has to be here.
Which it would, yeah.
I have no idea what it could be, but I am confident that you can discover the answer.
Okay, Yuma, I think we definitely know this one.
For you are he who tames the god of darkness, holy great detective warrior of light Yuma.
The title just gets longer and longer, does it? But, if you say so, Fubuki.
How long is my name going to get?
Honestly, the first part's kind of true, with how, Yuma and Shinigami's relationship is. But, yeah, I'm gonna say roof for sure. There's really no doubt here, I think. But yeah, good thing they taught us how to use the boat here, because definitely, now that we have to use it inside the mystery labyrinth, well, it makes a lot more sense for it to be part of it. The roof of the hideout, is this your choice? Yep. It's nothing but the choice here, honestly. It's the only thing that literally makes sense. Just because of the fact that we still don't know much about the explosion that happened, but that's definitely tied to the escape route. And they couldn't shoot him from inside the hideout. So, well, because we saw him literally run out of the hideout. So, there's no doubting that. Where are we now?
That was the right answer.
Oh, it's the infinite staircase art piece. Although, why is this art piece in here? That's strange. Huh. Well, the only reason why this would be here, I would think, would be because of Margalaw, but I'm really doubting Margalaw is still involved with this case, honestly. So is it trying to say he shot him? Because he owns the art shop that we know about in Kamisaki District. That's the only reason why I would think an art piece would be here in this theming.
If he was shot on the roof, doesn't that mean the culprit was also on the roof?
Well, obviously.
The culprit placed the gun in Shachi's hand to make it look like a suicide. That means they had to be there in person. The culprit was definitely on that roof.
Yeah, definitely. So if it wasn't Aruka, the only possible people to shoot him would be Akardi or Margalaw, because Sirfan is way too short to be able to get on even footing with Shachi, for sure. Okay. But that's if Aruka didn't do it. But the thing is in Aruka's profile, it said that she was, like, pretty much, like
But Yuma,
best friends with Shachi.
nobody was there when you arrived.
And would do anything for him, so it would be weird for her to turn on him, even if she's a psycho. But,
That's what we have to figure out now.
Yep, that's the biggest question.
When I heard the shot, I was halfway up the emergency stairs. It took about 10 seconds to reach the roof.
We also heard the explosion, too.
In that time, the culprit vanished like a cloud of smoke from the scene.
Pretty quickly, in fact, too.
Where could the murderer have gone?
And that's, honestly the biggest part here, because I don't know how they could have gotten off. The only thing I literally think is the explosion, and that's it. And that could be the answer, but still, that just doesn't seem right. At the same time. Oh, it's the roof again.
This is...
Yep, a recreation of everything.
We're back at the crime scene.
There's a queue here, though. That's weird. Or a couple of them, actually. Follow the culprit's escape routes.
Follow the culprit's escape route?
Oh, so we have to say how they got up and how they got down. Okay. If you say so.
Escape in the same way the culprit did after committing the crime.
If you say so. Is it a numbered thing, or do just exactly what we think? Okay. They definitely didn't go down the stairs. They definitely didn't go down there. This, just doesn't make sense. So honestly, it's literally just the rooftop edge, I think.
Well, it is fairly high. Would it not be possible to climb down from here on a rope or ladder?
You wouldn't be able to unhitch it. That was something we learned from Shinigami while we were up here.
There's nowhere to hang something like that onto.
That too.
Plus, from this height, it'd take a while to get all the way down like that.
You'd have to jump, and that's the only way. But they jumped with a obvious gimmick to it, though.
It'd be tough for someone to get down and gather their equipment in the short time it took me to reach the roof.
Which is true.
You probably couldn't jump down onto a mat from this height either. You'd die no matter how you landed.
You really would. It would definitely kill you on impact. It's too tall for a normal jump, for sure. But this has to be the answer, though. Can I select it? This is the one, I think. There wasn't anything nearby that could have been used to get down, and you can't jump from this height either. So it's not the rooftop? Then why'd the explosion happen, then? Huh? You sure, Shinigami and Fubuki? There's no way... Well, maybe they're gonna have us look at everything, maybe. I don't think the door's locked.
Is it easier to imagine that the criminals simply went back inside through this door?
They definitely didn't. The peacekeepers were right behind it.
No, that's impossible. At the time of the incident, the peacekeepers were on the other side of it.
Which is 100% true.
I see. If the culprit had gone inside through here, they would have been apprehended by those peacekeepers.
True.
Well, it's safe to say this wasn't the escape route.
Oh. Wait a minute. When did we hear the explosion? Wasn't it while we were at the top of the stairs? No, they would have footage of them running down the stairs, right? Because we have the surveillance footage, but we never were told that they saw anybody go down the stairs, so... Yeah, You sure, game? Because Kurumi would have told us that. We'll look at the other one first, just in case.
Is it easier to imagine using a rope or some other tool to escape to the neighboring building?
No, the high voltage wires.
Or perhaps they used a hot air balloon?
Definitely not.
Must be quite the adventurous thrill seeker.
Plus, we would have saw them too. It's just not enough time.
But those high voltage lines would get in the way. You'd never reach the next building without touching them.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, so the culprit is not an adventurer?
They possibly could be, with how Akari's track records adding up seemingly through the obvious area he could possibly swim through, and everything else there. But Servan definitely didn't do this part, so the only two people I can think of at the moment is Servan and Akari, and we don't know how Margolaw's involved, and Iruka doesn't make as much sense for this part now.
That's what you're disappointed about?
She's disappointed about a lot, Yuma. I'm surprised you don't see it that way. Let's try the emergency stairs now. Maybe this isn't a choice yet.
So the culprit escaped via the emergency stairs.
I doubt it.
As the culprit was in a state of emergency, it is only natural that they would make use of emergency stairs.
The only way I could see this working is the explosion was to get us away from the stairs and then they just ran down. But with the fact that Kurumi never saw anything on the camera, it just doesn't make sense that way.
Wait. Master was up ahead, right? There's no way the culprit could have escaped without bumping into him.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense.
What are you saying? Yuma is right here, is he not?
This was where we were, I think, when the explosion happened, if I remember correctly.
I mean, when the crime happened. Jeez, this sheltered skank and her empty head are killing me here.
Still rude, but she's kind of jumbling it a little bit, because she wasn't up here.
Yet again, you called me sheltered!
I'm still surprised you're more mad about that than the other part.
Hey, I'm just telling it like it is.
Uh-oh. Well,
You're sheltered in a skank.
I've never even seen a
When are you
shelter,
gonna start
let alone
trying?
been in one. Skank is acceptable, but
gonna be anytime
sheltered
soon.
crosses the line. Please stop calling me that.
Well.
jeez. Okay then.
The culprit realized I was there.
That's a good question, yeah. Huh.
The footage from the security camera positioned here didn't show anybody around.
Although they could easily do it from behind the camera to look down if they wanted to.
Which makes it hard to imagine that the culprit escaped from here.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't add up that way.
Yuma.
So it wasn't a choice yet, okay. But, I'm still gonna say the rooftop edge is my guess.
This is bad. We have reviewed all the possible escape routes.
We definitely have, but there's still more to that escape route than meets the eye.
And yet, we can't figure out how the culprit got off the rooftop.
Mysteriful.
Huh.
This isn't funny.
Oh, timer again.
We'll run out of time.
Okay, so we're down another 30 minutes in time. Not too bad, but we're getting closer.
What are we supposed to do?
Good question there, Fubuki.
There's no other way besides finding the culprit's escape route. That's how it is in the mystery labyrinth.
Honestly, at this point, I think you just have to jump off the rooftop edge, bud, and just hope it works.
Where are the entrances for cast members and the hidden entryways for maintenance crews?
This isn't Disney World.
This isn't an attraction at some theme park.
Yeah, this ain't the hidden walkways under Disney. That's not the case here.
Well then, why do you hunt Yuma if you cannot even do your job and guide him?
That is a good question.
A god of darkness who cannot guide you is just a directionless god of darkness.
I don't think Shinigami's gonna like that one bit from Fubuki, but it's kinda true sometimes.
I have no idea what you're talking about. You're Or a stupid, sheltered skank that's completely useless.
Honestly, sometimes, you kind of act like what you're trying to call Fubuki, but, I wouldn't say the other part, the part she keeps calling Fubuki. But, honestly, Shinigami can be kind of, like, against us more than she helps us during a lot of the cases.
You called me sheltered again! How many times is that now? Let's see. After the number 3 comes...
I think she's called you at least 6 or 7 times.
Seriously, are you dead?
Quiet, please!
Head on right? When are you gonna start being useful?
I feel much better.
I like how it just says incoherent screaming.
Anyway,
Yes, that is obvious.
They're still going.
Useless in the mystery labyrinth, you know.
Jeez, okay then.
The culprit must have been on their roof when they committed the crime. They escaped somehow.
Yeah, they definitely escaped, but I'm gonna say rooftop edge. I really can't disprove it.
How? There aren't any other clues of the crime scene.
Which is true.
Wait, if nothing was there...
Then... well, there's only one answer.
What if the culprit destroyed evidence?
Destroyed evidence?
What? Destroyed evidence?
I guess that would add up with the explosion on the wall, maybe. Yeah, that does add up, actually. Maybe there was something on the wall beforehand. And since it flipped over to the point where we couldn't see it, because how it broke when it exploded, that would make a lot of sense, right?
And leave it to yours truly. I'll bring it out of your mind, Master.
If you say so, although I don't know how you're going to do that.
You're going to recreate the crime scene again?
Apparently so.
If you don't remember it, then I've got no choice.
Okay, well, Yuma, get ready for another punch, bud.
I'll make it a gentle beating this time around. So, which memory do you want beaten out of you?
The explosion, please. When the body was discovered when the rooftop was first entered. When the rooftop was first entered, can we do that?
How about when Shachi first called me up to the rooftop?
Yeah, let's see that part.
The culprit wouldn't have done anything to the scene yet. I can even compare it to when I found the corpse.
Yeah, I would like to see that, because we never got to look around, did we?
Alrighty, leave it to me.
We're actually allowed to do that? Ooh, I like that, actually.
What is this daunting aura I sense? What are your intentions here?
Well, she's gonna knock my lights out, to be completely honest here, Fubuki. Oh, here we go. Oof. But, there's our memory, though. Thankfully, we went up to the rooftop at least once before. Okay, well, that works out. Wait, where's Fubuki? It's here anywhere near us. I guess, she didn't follow us in this area.
Are you alright?
Oh, no, there she is. She was just going up the stairs, I guess.
I'm in so much pain. I feel like I'm gonna pass out.
Well, that's the only way for this power to work, apparently.
The corpse is gone, but nothing else has really changed about this place.
Well, technically, he would be alive during this part.
I believe all that happened was you were assaulted, Yuma.
That wasn't really the case, but if you say so.
Not much time passed between when you first reached the rooftop and when you discovered the corpse.
True. It was about, like, maybe 2 hours in between.
If nothing changed, then there are no clues here for you to use.
If you say so, but I doubt that.
Hang on. There must be something. Something that the culprit destroyed to cover their tracks.
Yeah, there's gotta be something here.
I wrenched this memory out of your tiny brain, so you don't have much time left to look around.
If you say so. It's gotta be, well, maybe the umbrella was used with whatever trick was used on the rooftop, maybe.
Your time limit is until the pain in your head goes away. You better hurry up and investigate.
But that also means that the culprit did not have enough time to set up a trap on the rooftop for them to escape, to be fair too. So they'd have to use a lot of extra time to put it up. So it should still be on the rooftop, right? Which I didn't think about that earlier. But that would add up, though. Okay, crime scene recreation. Let's see what's going on with Shinigami and Fubuki first.
Master!
Master, good luck finding some evidence.
But this is really good that she was able to bring us back to this point. Because I'm surprised she'd be able to give us the information on the side of the roof, to be fair. What about you, Fubuki?
Yuma!
Yuma, I shall support you to the best of my abilities.
Well, that's good of you, Fubuki. Can I see anything? I don't see anything. Looks like we do need to talk to Mr. Q over here. So let's look down. Anything new?
Seems like there's no place to hang a rope off of.
Apparently not.
There's nothing of note on this side of the wall.
Okay. Wait, you must see something.
What is that? A storm drain? Has that always been there?
Ooh. We didn't know about that. I could have sworn I went down. Oh no, we didn't do it during episode, did I? Because this is where the, one of the, gumshoe gabs are. And if you go back there, it's underneath the truck, and I did that out of episode, so I didn't even think about looking around there. Oh, well, that would have been a good idea to do so. Huh. But yeah, there is definitely a storm drain, so I guess all you would need to do is, take the storm drain off, and then just jump off the roof, and then the explosion just blocks the entrance of the storm drain. Then you don't know it's there anymore. Huh. Okay. There's not much of a trick here then. You just need to be careful enough to jump into the storm drain from how high up it is.
Oh right, the explosion.
Okay then.
The explosion that happened right after I found the body must have buried it in rubble.
100%. With how much rubble there is there now, when we were up there, yeah, 100%.
So the
Jeez.
drain was covered after a mysterious explosion.
Which was set in the halfway point of the building. Okay, the drain was buried in rubble from the explosion that happened right after the body was found. Drain. Okay, crime scene recreated. Okay, well that's our answer then.
Find anything, Master?
Yep, we found everything we need.
Yeah, I might have found a clue that shows how the culprit escaped.
Yeah, 100%. No way around it there.
Really? You did it, Yuma!
But because we didn't know about the storm drain there, obviously we didn't have an idea of how they jumped off the roof. But now that 100% adds up for the roof parts. Person who shot him, though... Ooh, yeah, still is kind of a question mark there. I don't think Markalaw would be able to jump it. With how old he is, I don't think he would be able to do it. I think he would fall off like Fubuki when she tried to jump to the ladder. Haruka is still possible. Akari is still possible, since they're on at least close enough even footing to Shashi, due to the bullet wound. But Servan definitely made the explosives for the wall, so we still got him pinpointed. But honestly, other than that, we don't know if it's Haruka or Akari from there. Oh, Guillaume again. But, not sure how you're going to disprove this one. We could just jump off the wall and prove it.
Mystery phantoms!
But, here they are again.
Chirp, 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 chirp. I was curious what all the tweeting was about. You're still fantasizing about all this nonsense?
Well, we have enough proof of it now at this point. You can't really disprove it.
He committed suicide! There's nobody to pursue!
Uh-huh, but we proved that already to you, so you still keep trying.
After all, there's no place a culprit could run to. No one can run off a rooftop.
Nah, somebody could. Definitely, from what we found out. But, nice try there, Guillaume and Dominic.
No one could escape the rooftop.
That's definitely a false.
Which means if you can disprove that, then we'll defeat them and press forward.
Yep, and that's 100% true. Just jump off the rooftop, Yuma. You don't even need to fight them at this point. But, it looks like we are going to have to go into another reasoning deathmatch. Okay. Well, they didn't give us the... No, we did get the storm drain, right? As a No, I don't think that was given to us as a solution key, was it? Like, we saw it, but I don't think it gave it to us as the solution. Ooh, actually a new room for a deathmatch. This is cool. Okay, then. It's just a repel. Okay. But you don't know that either, to be fair.
There is no other culprit.
Oh. I messed up with that one. Ow.
No one could have left that rooftop.
No, someone definitely could have. Can I swing on that one? Thank you. But yeah, that's 100% a repel there. Nice try though, but yeah, that's not gonna add up for you in any good way.
There is a culprit. There's a way to escape from the roof too.
And honestly, nothing but truth.
Ugh, such a drag.
How you gonna disprove that one there, Guillaume?
You're still talking about that? What a downer!
What do we got? Just the drain. We didn't get to really read what it said about the drain. The drain was buried in rubble from the explosion that happened right after the body was found. It's positioned directly below the rooftop, if you're looking down from it. Oh, if it's directly positioned underneath the rooftop, I guess you don't need to have much athleticism to do so. Okay. Then, good to know.
It had to be on the roof if it's not suicide.
They were.
So, where does the culprit go?
Okay, well, that's the answer to do it. We say, are you dumb, door? Or is that hers trying to say that? Through the door? Definitely not. That's 100% not the case. So, you're right on that door part. True. Because of the fact that we were there. But we can jump and hit these. I didn't know you could do that. Nah, that's... I was gonna try and do that just because I didn't think she would have a fourth one, to be fair.
If this culprit stayed on the roof, they would have been found, unless you were saying they turned invisible. More importantly, doesn't that solution key have something to do with their escape routes?
That's true.
Yeah, if they went there, then they could have escaped without being seen by me or the peacekeepers. I was thinking that was the final one for them to swing at. But it looks like we just gotta sit here and go out. I wish they would heal you after the fact that they make you listen through their spiel again. But they don't, so that definitely is unfortunate sometimes. But thankfully I know I can stay higher in the air when swinging now. I didn't know I could do that. They definitely weren't though. I was just thinking I had to swing at that. Nope, not all impossible. More than possible. I was gonna swing at that. I would doubt that because he doesn't talk. Oh, he actually said something, kind of. Although, it doesn't really help him. Okay, well, that was the swing. I just pressed A instead of X.
Just how did the culprit get away? It doesn't seem like there was a way to escape.
But the culprit was gone when I got to the roof, so there has to be a way to escape. Okay. I wish I would have pressed X there. I accidentally pressed A. But that was the area to swing at. I'm sure there's some evidence that can prove it. Plus, on top of that, the game's audio is actually quieter in my ears. So, when I am trying to do these, I'm talking at the same time. But it's a little bit harder to hear what they're saying because of it. So, unfortunately, they were able to get away with that one because I wasn't able to get enough time to... Oh, ow. Didn't get the chance to even get that. But yeah, we're definitely swinging on that next one, for sure. I just gotta wait for her to bring it up again, while also getting the extra points for level-wise. But honestly, that's where you're wrong. There we go, cool. But swing away, and down goes any chance of them stopping us from here.
No, there is a way out. The drain directly below the rooftop.
Yep, just jumped right on in. Then the explosion blocked their entrance.
Don't let any shady statement slip by.
Something new. RDM options. Mystery Phantoms will ask a riddle from time to time. Read the questions carefully and counter by repelling the words of the answers you think is right. By repelling the words of the answer you think is right. How the culprit escaped. They dove down into the drain, invited allies to the drain. Okay, they dove into the drain. Okay, so we'd repel that part. Okay. I like how they keep adding new things to these, though, every chapter.
What's that got to do with gleam from the roof?
Oh, I didn't think that was a double.
How did the culprit escape? Go ahead and try answering that.
Okay, here we go. How did the culprit escape? Oh, okay, I was trying to get that noise, but it started coming at me, so I had to swing. But there we go. Yeah, I was gonna go do that one anyways. Okay, that was easy.
That's right. The culprit dove into the drain from the roof.
And honestly, would definitely be an easy answer. And with the fact that there's water in there, it kind of proves who it was for the shot part. So, I think 100% Acardi was the one on the roof then. Now that I think about that, because the water inside the drain. But, what happened to Aruka is the question now, because we don't know where Aruka is at all during the rest of this.
That was the culprit's escape route.
Huh. Sorry there, Guillaume. Dominic's even screaming. Oh, it looks like we're done with the Mystery Phantoms. Okay, Guillaume Hall and Dominic are gone. So any other Mystery Phantoms we see are 100% going to be tied to everybody involved with this case now, I think.
They disappeared,
not too bad. But where do we go from here? I guess just dive into the drain, I guess.
To leap into a storm drain from atop a roof? Is such an adventurous stunt truly possible?
Honestly, it's what we need to do.
I wasn't sure about that as well. But if the explosion was used to destroy evidence...
It's the only possible way.
I think that has to be the case.
And it would make the most sense to us at this point. But yeah, diving off the rooftop is gonna have to be our answer.
The culprit opened the storm drain's grates beforehand and jumped from the roof right after committing the crime. The Doya district was flooded, so naturally the drain would have been filled with water.
Which is true.
Then, the culprit swam away.
Which would leave only one person.
It would only take a few seconds to escape the roof that way.
Which would definitely make the timing perfect.
So the culprit used a bomb to blow up the area, which covered up the evidence of their escape.
Yep, and that seems to be literally just how it was done. Pretty simple, honestly. And now we get to, I guess, see how it was done too. Oh, it's not the monsters, Fubuki, don't worry.
The problem here was follow the culprit's escape route.
Okay, well, let's do it then.
So we have to leap into the drain just like the culprit did?
Well, obviously. Although I don't know if Yuma or Fubuki can really swim.
I have to jump from up here?
Yep, so don't miss.
And now more drains have suddenly appeared.
Huh?
What is happening?
Yeah, why is there more drains? That's weird. Well, it's probably a choice one then. She's spinning. Beyblade, let it rip. That's all I can think of for Fubuki. Who is capable of committing the crime? Obviously a resistance leader. That one's nothing but the truth. But in we go. Okay, so far so good though. The only thing now is to figure out, well, obviously which one, but I think we're kind of at an obvious person here, I think, for person involved.
I felt as if my heart would jump out of my chest, but we managed to get down.
Which, yeah, we safely got down, thankfully. And thankfully you actually made the jump this time.
It's not over yet. Look over there.
Oh, all the possible candidates.
Looks like all the suspects are here.
That's good to see.
Must we fight all of them? Even Yuma cannot face 4 foes at once.
I don't even think Yuma can fight, to be fair. But off they go.
They fled!
Yep, off they go indeed.
Then we better chase after them.
Yeah, that would definitely be something we need to do. But, honestly, this is where we're gonna end off today's episode. Since, honestly, it's perfect. Since we took out our mystery phantoms for Guillaume Hall and Dominic. So, now we're officially going to be chasing down the real culprits here, now that we figured out everything to do with Shashi. So, we 100% know Shashi was taken out by one of them. The rain seems obvious. With the water in the drain and that, I feel like we know who shot him. The only thing is I'm still curious about Aruka and Margalaw, because now I feel like they have nothing to do with this, even though Aruka was a psycho, so I'm surprised she wasn't. But, honestly, with that being said, in the next episode we will be continuing our Mystery Labyrinth excursion, and hopefully finding out the truth behind a lot of our unearthed mysteries, because there's still quite a lot of them. But with that being said, thank you all for watching, have a wonderful rest of your day, keep being spooky, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out. Hey boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.